Alright everybody, welcome back to Physics Gaming. Today, doing some SNKRX, but not quite gameplay. We're going to be looking at a tier list here, and we're just going to be kind of flying by the seat of our pants. Haven't really thought about these too much before. Just going to kind of be putting them about how we feel, you know. So let's start off. First one we got here, this looks like a Conjurer, I think. And I got to be honest, the Conjurers really haven't been doing it for me, honestly. There's a few of them that are pretty good. I think the Hunter is pretty nice, making that little pet go around, kill some stuff for you, but like the Carver, not too great. The Engineer, honestly, I haven't really seen very often. I don't know if he's more rare or something, but he just doesn't come up too much. So I'm going to have to put him at maybe like a D tier. Up next, looks like we got Cursors, and I think Cursors seem to be pretty good. I'm mostly thinking of Jester, the Usurer, I don't really know how to pronounce it. And there's one more I'm thinking of that I do enjoy. It's like the Void Spawn or something like that. Those guys are pretty good. I'm going to put them at B. It's not like an automatic pickup for me. I don't think you're going to have to carry a game with just Cursors, but they are very good. Enchanters, I'm going to go ahead and drop those probably at an S, I think. The Squire, the Stormweaver, the Chronomancer, and I guess those are my favorites there. The Fairy is also pretty good, but I don't actually remember if that's in the Enchanter or if it's just a healer. I could be wrong there. But definitely the Stormweaver and the Squire, definitely S tier for those guys. Let's see, Forcers, I'm going to go ahead and put those guys at a B as well. They're kind of good, kind of not great, but I don't know. It's not really situational where I'm like, oh, I only have Cursors, I need a Forcer or something like that. It's just like, yeah, it's not bad to pick those guys up. I don't think you'll carry the game with just that, though. Healers, I'm going to have to probably put at a C. I don't know, it seems like to me I might just be biased because they probably do a lot more than I think they are. It's just I'm not noticing it. But in any case, it doesn't seem like they're really carrying. Usually I'll pick up one, maybe have a cleric and switch to a fairy or a priest later on. But it's not something that I'm like, oh, I have to get 4 healers or else I'm not going to win this game. That could change. Maybe when you're on like new game plus 6 or something, you'll need healers or else you just don't win. But I'm currently not there yet, so meh. Let's see, mages up next. I think I'm gonna have to put the mages. That's a tough one. I really like their class bonus. I'm thinking A or B. Maybe we'll drop it at A for now, and we can decide later on if we want to move it again. A lot of their skills are just plain good. Like even the early level mages just do like an AoE damage, and there's a lot of items that can give you AoE damage increase or AoE size increase, anything like that. So there's a lot of synergies with items that you might get, and their class bonus is really good. So actually, you know what? Yeah, now that I'm saying all this out loud, I'm keeping them at an A tier. We got Mercenary next, and Mercenary I kind of want to put up here and down here at the same time. Obviously S, because if you can get the economy going, you can level up early. You can get like, I don't know, a tier 3 witch or like a tier 3 Highlander, then you're probably going to be good. But at the same time, what happens to me a lot is I'll get one miner and then I will never see another mercenary again. And it's just a wasted spot, and I'm not getting any bonus. I can't pick up any gold. I don't get any extra income. So I'm gonna split the difference and drop it at probably a C. Where if you can definitely get 2 of them, 100% take it every time. But if you pick up one and then like 3 or 4 rounds later you haven't found a second one, it's not worth it. It's just bad. It doesn't do anything. Up next we got Nukers, and I like a lot of these guys. I think I'm probably going to have to put it around a B. Some of them are not that great. Some of them are incredibly good, like the Elementor can just wipe the screen if you get it up to level 3. The Volcanist, also pretty good, but the AoE isn't quite as big, so sometimes he just misses or attacks one guy instead of the pack of 4. But in any case, most of the Nukers, very good, and getting the upgraded class to, if you get a 3 out of the 6, That's still a pretty good improvement over just a single nuker. If you get 6 out of 6, I haven't personally done that, but I assume they'll just wipe the screen every time they attack. And a lot of the items, again, just like the mages, will synergize well with that AoE, so pretty good pickup. Next up, we got Psychers. I'm going to have to put them D or C, I think. It's just, if you're going to get Psychers, you either got to go for all of the Psychers, and then you're going to want all of the smaller class upgrades. Like, you can get 2 Enchanters, 2 Cursors, 2 Forcers, 2 Mercenaries, something like that. But what you can't really get a whole lot of benefit from is if you have 2 Psychers, and then you have to get 3 Rangers or 3 Rogues, and all of a sudden you're already at the max length and you're only getting a 10% benefit or a 20% benefit. I don't know. Personally, it just seems better. The more new game pluses you have, then it's just good on its own, maybe. I could be missing something here. I know the Vagrant is super strong in my opinion. He seems like the best one-cost unit to me, like hands down. And he fits into this role really well. If you can get a Vagrant and the Psychino, I think it is, the one that sucks people into a little AoE, and then you just get 10% benefit from all the other classes. That seems really good. But I personally don't think I would ever build a team where I'm specifically going for 4 Psychers and hoping that I end up with a bunch of other smaller classes. I don't know. Maybe try that out at some point. Next up, we got the Rangers, and I'm going to put those guys at an S tier. If you can get 6 Rangers, you're probably going to win, in all honesty. Their attack is just insane. You have not a lot of defense, but if you can stay kind of far away and hopefully get like a long shot item, or one of the Rogues and Rangers get 50% damage or 25, I forget what it is, then you're probably going to win. To be honest, I feel like the Rangers and the Rogues are probably some of the better classes. I'm going to put Rogues actually at an S2 and maybe move the Rangers to an A. Just because a lot of the Rogues can deal like chain damage. Actually, they're just both S. Let's just do that. But I was thinking, maybe A, because the Rogues have those chain hits, and some of the items you can get for that are insane. But you have to get pretty lucky to get those items. Even if you don't, though, if you can get 6 Rogues, they're probably going to be hitting crits like crazy. The Scout will chain to like 10 enemies and just delete them all. The Assassin will be able to just poison everybody. The Jester, once you get 1 kill, it just becomes like a nuclear fission explosion and, wipes the whole screen. Let's see, what else do we got after that? What is this? Sorcerers, I think? I think Sorcerer. Yeah. Sorcerer, I'll probably put either B or C. I feel like if you get the full effect of the Sorcerer, it's really good. But I've never personally gone for that. I've only ever gotten it to the 2nd tier, which I think is like every 3rd attack, it attacks twice. And that alone was pretty strong. That's a pretty big DPS buff. But I don't know if it was enough for me to be like, wow, this is crazy. Like, if I got 6 Rangers or 6 Rogues, I'm pretty sure I'm going to win the game. I don't think if I got 6 Sorcerers, I would feel quite the same. But still very, very strong. Swarmers, pretty easy A tier in my opinion. If you can get a tier 3 host, you'll be spitting out critters like there's no tomorrow, honestly. I think it's the Beastmaster, like the Rogue Swarmer where you have to hit crits, not quite as good. But the other ones I do really like. The Infestor, the Host I already said, and then I forget the name of the last one. I don't know, but the Host alone, if you can get to the 3-star and then get one other one to give the critters an extra health, you'll basically just be covering the screen in them and they'll do all your work for you. Voiders, I'm probably going to put at F. I don't think I've ever gotten a team of Voiders together where I just absolutely carry the game with them. A lot of them seem a little lackluster. I'm especially thinking the Pyromancer and the Cryomancer. They seem very nice, but they just don't have the health or anything to back it up. You can't just sit still near the enemies long enough where they'll actually kill anything for you. I don't know. I got the Pyromancer to tier 3 once, and I still lost that game just because your Pyromancer gets hit once or twice and he's gone. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's worth it to me. That being said, though, the Witch is insanely good, and the Plague Doctor, if you get it up to level 3, I assume it'll carry the game for you. I've just never gotten that to happen, and I don't think it's something that will happen, seeing as it's a 4-cost unit. But I don't know, maybe if you get the mercenaries and you have them the whole time, maybe it'll carry for you. But that's a lot of maybes, I'm saying, you know? That's the only reason I'm putting it down here. It's nice to have, but it's not something I really look for, you know? That being said, actually, now that I say that, I'm going to take that cursor and I'm going to move it down, way down here to D tier. Just saying all those things I just said about the Voiders, a lot of them apply here too. So I'm going to have to go back and change that. And the last one we got is Warrior, and I'm going to put that probably at a B tier. It's good. It's not great. If you get 3 of them, I'd probably stop there. 6 of them doesn't really seem worth it unless you have that specific Warriors gain like 5% defense every 5 seconds item. In which case, yeah, get 6 of them and just, you know, turtle for a little bit and then eventually you just can't die. But other than that, they're, you know, again, good, not great. They'll do the big AoE hits. The Highlander just does a ton of damage, but you just got to be so close to everything, and usually I don't want to be that close because I'm trying to not die. But in any case, that's my tier list for these guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment below if you're agreeing or disagreeing, or you know, what your thoughts are on some of these classes. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. Hit a like if you enjoyed it, a dislike if you didn't. I know this is a little different from my usual videos, but let me know what you guys thought about it. Peace.